Welcome to a video from thedigitalLifestyle.com. In this video we're going to have a quick look at this Android enabled set-top box, 1080p device, media player. It runs XBMC, it supports Mirrorcast for screen mirroring, DLNA and other features as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to open it up and plug it in and we'll see what we can do with it. The device is actually called an Xbox. Funnily named, not an Xbox, XS box. Like I said, it's running Android. It's got power, 2 USB ports, network, HDMI and an SD card slot, and an AV output as well. So really you can just plug this straight into your network or use Wi-Fi and plug it into your TV. In the box you also get a remote control, charger, HDMI cable, which is pretty good, and an audio output. That's the AV cable there, so you can plug it into any type of device. Okay, so this is fired up now, and there's a couple of things I've just done. I've added a file share in XBMC, which I'll look at in a moment, and I've actually signed into the Google Play with my Google Play Store account so that I can access Google Apps, because essentially this is Android and it's a skinned UI on top of Android. So you could go to a YouTube app like this, and you can start playing YouTube videos on there. Here's a video I made earlier, and this is just using the standard Android version. So they're not optimized for the big screen, but they are the touch versions as well. Now I did seem to have an issue with iPlayer playing on here, so further work needs to be done on that to see how I solved that. And also, what else I did is I plugged a USB keyboard in, and just when I was entering the username and password, which seemed to make it nice and simple to log in rather than using the remote control. So you see you've got Netflix, so you've seen YouTube and everything else. Now what I've also was interested in is XBMC on here. So I've got XBMC on here, and I'm going to try playing a movie from my Media Smart box. So this file here, this 10 gig file, is a Blu-ray, and my Media Smart box, my media server converts Blu-rays into MP4 files, so you still get the 1080p version. And that's playing there over my wireless network as well. So that's pretty good. It does seem a bit stuttery on there now, whether that's over the network or it's just struggling to play that high format. It's probably not as smooth as a dedicated device, but it's playing on there now. So actually now it seems to settle down and playing quite nicely. So this is a DVD playing. That's a DVD that's been ripped on my media server, and now streaming that, and it's no problem playing that at all. So XBMC works pretty well on there. So all the usual stuff you can do with XBMC, playing music, videos, pictures, everything else. There's apps on here as well with XBMC. So it's now called Kodi, of course, but you can read more about XBMC. I won't go into too much with this, but essentially an open source media center program that you can use to stream movies, pictures and videos from devices on your network. This is through a Windows share, but it also works with DLNA and apps like iPlayer and things like that. So if we go to add there, you can see the apps that are available on this. So you've got the Play Store, so you can get anything from Android. So you've got like Google Play Music, anything that you'd be able to run on an Android device. So as well as playing network files through XBMC, you can also play local files. So you could use XBMC for this, but you can also use the video player that comes with it, the movie player, and I can see in here there is some MP4 files, and it plays those off the USB drive attached locally. So you've got XBMC for playing over a network, including file shares, DLNA and other methods, and you've got apps you can install and run. So you've got the Google Play, all the Google Play apps essentially, because what you can do, if I go to add here, I can add applications to this to the desktop. One of the applications you can add is the Play Store, so you can then install anything from the Google Play Store and it will work on here. So it just works as though it was a large tablet. You sign in with your Android account. I've plugged a USB keyboard in to make it nice and easy to do that, and then you can basically pick any of the apps on there. So you can have Google Maps and Gmail, Facebook, or whatever, Google Play Music, whatever you decide to install on there. So I could go to Google Play Store and install any of the apps that work on an Android tablet. So there's Google Maps working on there exactly as you'd expect, as though it was on a tablet. There is a Miracast app on here, but I really did struggle to get that working, so I need to get more testing. Miracast can be a bit hit and miss, but I tried from a couple of devices and I couldn't get that to work. But like I said, the nice thing about this, you can add any Android app you want on there, and then Google Maps or whatever you want, and then you can add them to whichever section you want on here. I mean, I would personally use it a lot for XBMC because you can get all the TV functions. You can DLNA tuners in there and DLNA devices and file shares and everything else. So it works quite well as an XBMC Kodi, as it's now called, media player. But as you see, you can go and do Android apps. Here's YouTube, and this is a YouTube app that you can play videos up from. You've got Netflix on there, so you can play Netflix videos. So anything that you could do from a Android tablet, you can do on here. You can have the Chrome browser on here if you wanted to. The Android browser is already built in, but as you've got the Play Store, you could add the Chrome browser. So you've got a lot of flexibility in what you want to do with it. Here it is with the Android browser. So I say it's running Android. So essentially, what this is an Android TV set-top box, but it's not running what we now consider as Android TV, which is the new Material Design Android 5.0. This is running Android 4.4, and so you're essentially running tablet apps on here on the TV. But it works quite well. So XBMC works really good. This XBMC is a really nice media player, and it really does give you that flexibility to do just about anything on here. And like I said, you can play from a local device, you can play from over networks, you can stream over networks, and that kind of thing. So there really is a lot you can do with this. It's a very powerful little device. It's a little bit hit and miss on stuff like I mentioned about iPlayer and mirrorcasting, but there is other things you can do with it, and I think it could be a nice little device. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play with that some more, and maybe we'll look at it in a future video or on more on the link that goes with this on thedigital-lifestyle.com. And the price and everything else, the availability will be on that link as well. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.